is about. Good afternoon, everybody. Once again, it's your girl, Chef Mo. I am super excited about today's episode. Guess what we're making, y'all? I'm glad you asked. We are making my take on Chinese food. So, you know, growing up when you're in the hood or wherever you're living at, you always want some delicious chicken fried rice, shrimp fried rice, or even vegetable fried rice, right? And some sweet and spicy fried chicken. Well, guess what? I'm about to show you how Chef Mo makes her famous chicken fried rice and spicy chicken meal. So let's get into it. So in this bowl, I have 8 pieces of chicken wings, right? I cleaned them, rinsed them off. I actually towel blotted them to get some of the excess water off. In this bowl, I have heavy cream. But let me tell you a secret. If you want your chicken to be really, really tender and juicy, you put your chicken wings inside of the heavy cream, inside the buttermilk. You put it inside the oven on 350, let it cook for like 15 to 20 minutes. Let the buttermilk soak inside of those chicken wings. Dip it in your batter, and it's gonna be stupid, you guys bet. So here we go. We have our chicken wings and our buttermilk. So in here we have to put our seasoning in it. Okay, so I have my house seasoning. My house seasoning is garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of salt and pepper, but we're going to add the salt and pepper to it as we go, okay? And I also have some smoked paprika in here as well. So we're just going to put this inside of here because we want that buttermilk and that chicken to be seasoned to perfection, right? Now, we're going to add just a little bit of salt, just a pinch, not a whole lot, okay? We're going to add some pepper, just a little bit. Now, remember, whenever you are doing your dredge, you have to make sure that whatever you season your chicken with, you have to season your flour. Now, here in this bowl is just some flour, but my trick to getting crispy fried chicken is adding a little bit of panko bread crumbs and a little bit of cornstarch. So let's get a little bit of cornstarch inside of here, right? Just maybe like a half a teaspoon of cornstarch, not a much, okay? And we're going to get the panko breadcrumbs, okay? So let me grab that out of my pantry, and then I'm going to be right back. Now, we already did our flour. We have a little bit of cornstarch, and now we have to add our panko breadcrumbs, okay? It depends on who you use. It doesn't matter. This is about 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs because we have 8 pieces of fried chicken that we need to do, okay? So now we have to season this. Okay, so in here we're gonna do parsley. Okay, doesn't matter who parsley it is, it just depends on what you want to do. It's what you want, okay? We have a little bit of garlic powder. Told you guys, we gotta season this stuff, y'all. We gotta put onion powder, okay? And we're also have to put a little bit of salt and pepper. Remember I told you, whatever you do, salt and pepper has to be inside of this dredge, okay? Okay. And all I'm going to do is mix it, okay? Now, I know sometimes people put their chicken in egg wash and all. We don't need that. We don't need any of that because this buttermilk is going to take care of that, okay? So here we are. We've mixed all of this. Okay, let's move that to the side. Now, let's go ahead and let's get down and dirty. You have to put your gloves on for this, right? You have to do this. We got to put our gloves on because we have to get in this bowl because we have to massage the chicken inside of the buttermilk, okay? All right. So we're just going to move this inside of the buttermilk, okay? That beautiful chicken submerged in that beautiful buttermilk, right? All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to let this sit for a few minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and get into our fried rice. You guys, this is an easy, simple meal, okay? So we're going to put this to the side, okay? We're going to let that sit and let it do what it's doing, okay? Okay. let's move that to the side. Now, since we've already mixed the flour with all of our ingredients and we have our chicken marinated inside the buttermilk, we're just gonna move this to the side, okay? We don't need this right now, okay? So next what we're gonna do, we have to make the fried rice. So here we already have a bowl of cooked jasmine rice. Now, whenever you're doing Chinese rice or fried rice, you want to use the jasmine rice. I like jasmine rice because the texture of it is different from a regular white rice, okay? So it's already being cooked, so all I need to do, okay, we'll let our pan warm up. I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil in this pan because we have to get the rice really, really crispy, okay? So let me get my olive oil. So I'm using grapeseed olive oil because I really love it. Because whenever you're using any type of olive oil, if you're using a natural or a neutral olive oil, sometimes it may burn. But this grapeseed oil is amazing, okay? So I'm just gonna use a little bit of grapeseed oil in my pan, maybe like a half a teaspoon or half a cup, not a whole lot. We're gonna move that to the side, okay? So inside of here, we're going to put all of our rice inside of the pan, okay? Just like that. Just like that, okay? So now we're gonna put that bowl to the side, okay? And we're just gonna let it warm up a little bit. Now, while the rice is warming up, we have to add our ingredients. Now, this is my intake on it, okay? So you have to have soy sauce and you have to have sesame seed oil. So right here, we have our sesame seed oil. We're gonna add our sesame seed oil, maybe like a half a cup. I'm sorry, maybe like a half a teaspoon. We just want to drizzle it all over the rice, right? And then we have a little bit of the soy sauce. Maybe like a half a teaspoon, but you put as much as you want depending on your taste buds, okay? We're going to move that to the side, okay? And now all we're going to do is just stir this. Okay? Now in here, we have to add what, you guys? Salt and pepper. Okay, so now we're going to add just a little bit of salt, okay, a little bit of pepper. Now I'm going to tell you guys the trick that I do. I always add a little bit of brown sugar. Why? Because the brown sugar kind of cuts out the saltiness, okay? Add just a little brown sugar, maybe like a half a teaspoon. Not too much. You don't want sweet rice, but you want it enough to kind of break up that acidity, okay? So let's move that to the side. And now we have to add some parsley to the party. Just a little bit of parsley, okay? And all we're going to do is just mix, okay? Let that cook. Let all of those flavors marinate together. We have our sesame seed oil, we have our soy sauce, we have salt and pepper, and we also have our parsley as well. So let's let that cook a little bit, you guys. And then after that, we're going to add our green scallions, okay? Now, if you want to add vegetables to it, you could if you want to. But this time, we're not going to add vegetables. But now that's vegetable fried rice. But we're just doing fried rice, okay? So we're going to let this cook, you guys, moving everything around, keeping everything moving in the pan because you don't want the rice to get stuck to the pan. You want to keep moving it around. Ooh, you guys hear that sizzle? Okay. So while this is cooking, we're going to go ahead and make our sauce for our fried chicken that's going to come out, okay? So now, in a bowl, we are going to do a little bit of sriracha sauce. Okay, now you guys, this is my recipe, and I'm just pretty much eyeballing it, maybe like a cup and a half of sriracha, right? We have to add some honey because we have to have some sweetness, maybe like a half a teaspoon of honey, okay? And then a little bit of salt and pepper. You guys. This rice, it's everything. Smells good, you guys. Now I'm going to add my green onions to here. I I've already cut up some green onions. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit here in my pan. We're not gonna use as much because we wanna save it for our presentation at the end, okay? We're just gonna mix this around. Oh, you guys, this smells so good. Okay, now to our sauce, we have to add some brown sugar, you guys, okay? Add some brown sugar. Let's open up our brown sugar. Y'all, this ain't tripping, okay? Add a little bit of brown sugar. Because like I said, it's spicy and sweet all at the same time, okay? And so all we have to do is mix this. Because this is going to be our base to put on our fried chicken when it comes out. You guys see how beautiful that is? Oh, and it smells so good. I don't know if y'all ready for this right here. Because this right here gonna trip y'all out, okay? So we're done with the sauce inside of our flour, okay? And we need to have our pan so once it comes out, we'll be able to put it on our tray. Now let me tell you a secret about fried chicken. Even though we have already seasoned this chicken to perfection, right? Anytime you take chicken out of the grease, you need to put some salt on it because whenever you're frying it inside of the grease, some of the seasoning may get off, but you want to make sure it's seasoned to perfection. Okay, so our flour is almost ready. So let's go ahead and dredge our chicken inside of our flour, our cornstarch, and all of our seasons that we did. Now, whenever you're frying chicken, you do not want to overcrowd your pan because you want the chicken to fry evenly, okay? So we're done with our buttermilk. Let's move that to the side. And now we're just gonna toss our chicken inside of the flour, okay? We wanna make sure that every piece is coated. You don't wanna miss absolutely anything on this chicken because we wanna make sure it's fried to what? Perfection! Yes. Okay, y'all, I wish you guys can smell this rice. It smells so good, okay? Now, y'all know I like to play with my hands, so let me put my hands in it. I'm a hand girl, okay? It's nothing wrong with getting dirty with your hands in the kitchen, okay? All right. Making sure everything is coated, okay? Now, this is a beautiful coated piece of chicken. You can see how crispy it's going to be as soon as I let that chicken hit the grease, all the crispy bits. Now, I like the crispy bits, so we're going to lay one piece in here. Okay, you guys, we have already taken out our fried chicken. Do you see how crispy it looks? So remember I said taking the chicken out of the grease, we have to make sure that we put some salt. This is just kosher salt, okay? Now, here is the beautiful part, you guys. Remember that sauce that we made? Now we have to put it on side of our chicken. So all we're gonna do, ooh, listen. Look at that, y'all. Do you hear that crunch? Oh my God. Okay, y'all. So this is the sauce that we're putting on the chicken. Okay, y'all. This chicken, this is my take on, y'all can hear all that stuff just falling. My God, look at that, look at that, look at that. Now, the reason why I'm doing this because I want to get every piece of corner on this chicken. Okay? Okay, we're going to set one here. Woo! We're going to set one here. And we're going to put one here. And we're going to set one here, okay? So now let me move this to the side. And my chicken. Now, remember I told y'all this is what? Chicken fried rice with spicy, sweet. So we're going to put some Brussels sprouts. Because y'all know when y'all go get that, what you get? Brussels sprouts. We're going to get some of our green scallions. You guys, what do you think? This is my take on chicken fried rice with my sweet and spicy fried chicken. Get into it. So now you know we have to taste the rice. Oh, let's taste it. It's so beautiful, you guys. I don't even want to eat it. Make sure you guys take your picture on YouTube so you guys can show the world how we did this. I love rice, y'all. Listen, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching me cook my intake on chicken fried rice and my sweet and sour fried chicken. And once again, like I always say, yes indeed, baby, this food right here. Bye, you guys.